Signal number 1 raised due to Emong and Dante intensifies into a storm according to PAGASA. 2 cyclones are now inside the Philippine area of responsibility, as the low-pressure area near northern Luzon developed into a tropical depression on Wednesday, July 23rd, and was named Emong. It joins Dante, which had already formed off Aurora on Tuesday, July 22nd. Emong is expected to move generally southwestward in the next few hours before looping over the West Philippine Sea on Thursday, due to its interaction with Dante. Meanwhile, Dante, international name Francisco, intensified into a tropical storm on Wednesday morning. Although Dante is not expected to make landfall, its position is favorable for enhancing the southwest monsoon or habagat, which, along with Emong, is expected to bring persistent rainfall over much of Luzon and parts of the Visayas until Friday. PAGASA also noted another LPA outside the Philippine area of responsibility, located 2,340 kilometers east of eastern Visayas, with a moderate chance of developing into a tropical depression within 24 hours. MMDA reported that over 600 tons of trash collected in pumping stations and flooded areas in Metro Manila since July 18. A total of 603 tons of garbage were collected in 71 pumping stations, and during the cleanup drive in various flooded areas in Metro Manila, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority reported on Wednesday, July 23rd. MMDA Chief Information Officer Sharon Gentalian said 526.8 tons of trash were collected from the pumping stations from July 18 to 22, while around 26.37 truckloads of garbage were collected in various flooded parts of Metro Manila from July 21 to 22nd. And according to Gentalian, the 26.37 truckload of garbage translates to around 80 tons of trash that were collected in all the flooded areas across the metropolis. And part of the manner of garbage collection were the manual removal of MMDA personnel of the garbage that blocks the drainage system and waterways, and those that clog the floodwater pumping stations in Metro Manila. The garbage disposal woes are so serious that the MMDA even came up with the historical data of garbage-based flooding in the metropolis. Trump says that the Philippines-US alliance has been restored and new trade agreement reached. President Marcos and US President Donald Trump reaffirmed the ironclad relationship between Manila and Washington as the two leaders completed their trade negotiations following their White House meeting on Tuesday, July 22nd. In an interview with the media at the White House, Trump highlighted the robust economic activity already existing between the two nations and added that both countries will benefit more under the proposed trade agreement. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump described President Marcos's visit as a beautiful one as both leaders concluded the trade deal with the Philippines, paying a 19% tariff, down from 20%. Vice President Sara not expecting Marcos to say anything favorable about his father in Trump meeting. Nothing favorable will be said about her father during President Marcos's meeting with United States President Donald Trump, Vice President Sara Duterte said on Tuesday, July 22nd. Instead, she expects that unfavorable things will be said about former President Rodrigo Duterte, who is detained in the Scheveningen prison in The Hague, Netherlands, since being extradited there in March. Marcos and Trump held a meeting at the White House on July 22nd, where the latter criticized the country's former administration. While he did not mention names, the U.S. president said Marcos was not at fault that the Philippines tilted towards China for a period of time and didn't get along with anybody. Ozzy Osbourne, who led Black Sabbath and became the godfather of heavy metal, dies at 76. Ozzy Osbourne, the gloomy, demon-invoking lead singer of the pioneering band Black Sabbath, who became the throaty, growling voice and drug and alcohol-ravaged ID of heavy metal, died Tuesday, just weeks after his farewell show. He was 76. It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. A family statement from Birmingham, England said. In 2020, he revealed he had Parkinson's disease after suffering a fall. Either clad in black or bare-chested, the singer was often the target of parents' groups for his imagery, and once caused an uproar for biting the head off a bat. Later, he would reveal himself to be a doddering and sweet father on the reality TV show The Osbournes. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media.